The following is a live presentation of Retro Sports Network, home of the champions of the past, present, and or future. Well, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you might be. My name is Ron Juckett. Welcome to the program for this 21st day of November 2023. This is Game 5 of our traditional World Series between the best record in the American League, Baltimore Orioles, and the best record in the National League, Atlanta Braves. The Atlanta Braves, just like they were at the start of Game 4, one win away from winning the traditional World Series. It won't be a sweep. And for those who bought tickets to all three games in Baltimore, well, you got your money's worth. You got all three games. That's the good news. The bad news is you're facing Spencer Strider. The Braves ace struck out over 280 in 180 innings. And I can't think of a starter that's ever averaged 13.7 strikeouts per 9. The good news is he won't pitch 9. The bad news is if he's efficient, he could go 7. And the Braves bullpen is much better than the Orioles bullpen. So a Braves win, the series is over. We start our 71 World Series tomorrow. If not, if the Orioles win, then Game 6 of our traditional World Series, noon Eastern, 9 Pacific, tomorrow, right here on Retro Sports Network. So if you're an Orioles fan, good luck. And if you're a Braves fan, tonight's the night that Rod Stewart could make everything all right. As Retro Sports Network presents the 2023 Traditional World Series. And today's game is brought to you by DigitalDice.com, the best darn podcast on the web for your sports simulation replay needs. Find us today on Spotify, Spreaker, iTunes, or wherever else fine podcasts are listed. Excuse me. I knew that sneeze was coming. Number 86, Kyle Bradish on the mound, 26 years old, 92-mile-an-hour fastball. He got the Game 1 start. Midlife crisis. Afternoon Thanksgiving week baseball. Let's go. He went 4 innings, 71 pitches, 6 hits, 2 runs, both earned a homer. He walked 2 and struck out 3. He wasn't the problem in Game 1. The fact it went 16 innings. In fact, when he left the ball game, it was 5-2 Baltimore. So we said 26, fastball at 92, and a ground ball pitcher. The lineup he will face: Ronald Acuna Jr. in right will lead it off for Atlanta. Sean Murphy behind the plate, bats second. I got more sneezes coming here. Matt Olson at first goes third. Marcelo Ozuna in left will clean up. Austin Riley at third, batting fifth. Ozzie Albies at second, going sixth. He's the worst hitter in the lineup. He's hitting 100. Arcia is at short, batting seventh. Rosario, the DH, goes eighth. And Harris, the second, in center, batting ninth, the second leadoff guy. Spencer Strider on the hill, and he can go as many as 105 pitches. Hayes is a 7 and a 7 in left as we set the Oriole defense for you. Hicks a 5 and a 7 in center. Santander a 7 and a 6 in right. Gunnar Henderson a 6 at third. Mateo a 7 at short. Adam Frazier a 5 at second. Ryan Mountcastle a 7 at first. A.D. Roishman a 7 and a 5 behind the plate. Bradish is a 6 on the mound with a 1,000 fielding percentage. Is that sneeze coming before we start? Let's see. Acuna, 6 for 18 on the series, 2 homers and 4 RBI. In the top 4 of this Braves lineup, you got 2 40 home run hitters and a 50 home run hitter. And Game 5 starts with a ground ball to short. Mateo over to first, 1 away. So here's Sean Murphy. Sean 5 for 15 on the series, 2 doubles, 2 homers, and 5 RBI. And he ropes this one into left field in front of Hayes. Now he'll get down in left center. And that's the first base runner of the ball game. Here's Matt Olson, hitting .389, 7 for 18, a double, 2 homers, and 3 RBI. And both of those home runs have come here in Baltimore. Bradish deals. And there's a fly ball to right. Santander moving in, rides the Schwinn, has it for the out. Murphy goes back to first, 2 away. So here is Marcell Ozuna. He is 6 for 17, and he's pretty much been a singles machine. He has the 1 triple and 2 RBI. Brady steals. There's a liner into center field. Hicks coming in, makes the catch. He's going to dive for it. Dives, makes the catch. How about that? It's a dry field, wind blowing in from left at 5 and 63 degrees, and that's why they got him. He made the catch to retire the side. No runs, a hit, 1 left on. Half an inning in the books in Game 5, no score. So here is Spencer Strider, who looks like he's qualifying for the witness protection program with that mustache, doesn't he? Spencer only went 5 innings in Game 1. He's 24, fastball at 94, and yep, he did strike out 281 in 186 and 2/3. In Game 1, 5 innings, 99 pitches, 5 hits, 4 runs, all earned, 2 homers, 2 walks, and 7 strikeouts. So if the 20-game winner is to bring the Braves to the promised land, he has to pitch better today. Aaron Hicks will lead off for Baltimore in center. Urias, the DH, batting second. Henderson at third, batting third. Anthony Santander in right will clean up. Royschman behind the plate, bats fifth. Mountcast at first goes sixth. Hayes in left will bat seventh. Frazier at second going eighth, and Mateo behind the plate, at short, batting ninth. Bradish threw 15 of his 90 pitches in the first, so right where he should be. Marcell Ozuna is a 3 and a 3 in left as we set the Brave defense for you. Harris a 7 and a 7 in center. Acuna Jr. a 7 and an 8 in right. Riley an 8 at third. Arcia a 7 at short. Ozzie Albies a 7 at second. Matt Olson a 9 at first. Murph an 8 and a 6 behind the plate. Oh, you get a band. How about that? Because really, that's what people want to read on their phone. You get a band. And you get a band. And you get a band. Murph's an 8 and a 6 behind the plate. And Strider a 5 on the mound with a 1,000 fielding percentage. Hicks steps in. He's 6 for 16. He's had a good series. A home run and 2 RBI. Spencer winds and fires. That's into right. Acuna Jr. going way back there, and that ball is gone. So Aaron Hicks starts it the right way for Baltimore. A solo home run to start the ball game. And Boog Powell will gladly take a baseball in his barbecue sauce pit in exchange for a home run. So that's just what the doctor ordered. And before the fans can sit down with their natty bows, it's 1-0 O's. So here's Urias, 7 for 16 on the series, a double and an RBI. Strider deals, and there's a liner in the right center field. Harris will grab it. The Orioles have 2 hits on 2 batters. Let's go O's. The chant careening through the chat. And the 45,000 strong here in Baltimore. Henderson 7 for 18 on the series. The American League Rookie of the Year, 2 homers and 3 RBI. Strider goes to the plate. That's in the right field. Acuna, he'll make the catch, and Ramon goes back to first. So finally 1 out. But Baltimore got the dream start here. Here's Santander. Anthony, a big home run in Game 4. Hitting .263, 5 for 19, 2 homers, and 5 RBI. Strider, looking a bit peaked here, delivers, and that's a walk. Strider thought that was a strike. The ball slaps back in the glove on the full count fastball, down and away. 2 on, 1 out. And if the Orioles can beat the Braves' best pitcher, well, you get freed in Game 6 against probably Johnny Holstaff for Baltimore. But 1 game at a time right now. Here's Royschman, 278, 5 for 18 with an RBI on the series. first and second, one out. Baltimore has a run in. Struck him out. Spencer got him to chase a full count curve. 2 out for Mountcastle. Ryan 3 for 17, 2 RBI. If this series ends today, we stay in Baltimore and go to Memorial Stadium tomorrow for the Pirates and the Orioles, Game 1 of the 1971 World Series. First and second, struck him out, so Strider gets 2 on the inning, but is on the wrong end of a solo shot by Aaron Hicks. 1 run, 2 hits, no errors. After 1, it's the Orioles 1, the Braves nothing. So again, just like Game 1, Kyle Bradish will pitch with a lead. Here's Austin Riley, 5 for 19 on the series. He has struck out 6 times. He hits this one into right center for a base hit, cut off by Hicks, and Riley will take a long turn around first. So here is Ozzie Albies. Ozzie, the lone bad struggling hitter in this series, 2 for 20 with an RBI. Arcia hasn't had a great series, but Albies really has struggled. Riley on first, nobody out. Top the second, 1-0 Baltimore. Runner goes, the throw down to Mateo, and Riley is a dead duck. So a 2-1 fastball swung on and missed, and Reuschmann, who's already had an error in the series, was able to make a good throw to retire him. So 1 out and a 2-2 count to Albies, and nobody on. Bradish deals. Fly ball, right center field. Back goes Santander to the pen, and that's gone. And so the Orioles hold the lead for exactly 1 out. So Albies, only his 3rd hit of the series, but it's a big one, and it ties the ball game at 1. Santander just kind of ran out of real estate, and that found the bleachers in right center field, where someone is giving away a free copy of Family Football. We won't say who that is. So here's Arcia. Orlando 3 for 17, a double and 2 RBI. 1-1, top the second. 1 out. And there's a ground ball right side for a base hit. So Bradish, after a strong first, really hasn't retired anybody here in the second. Rosario 5 for 16, hitting .313 with 3 RBI on the series. Runner goes, hit and run was on. Frazier's play at first. Mountcastle's there, 2 away. So, yep, the computer will hit and run. Everybody pass out all at once. For Michael Harris, set the second. 7 for 18 on the series. 2 doubles, a homer, and 2 RBI. He's got a runner in scoring position here in a 1-1 tie in the second. Bradish deals, runner goes, ground ball to Mountcastle. Ryan takes it to the bag at first, and that will retire the side. However, the solo homer from Albies, 1 of 3 hits in the inning. After an inning and a half, it's the Braves 1, the Orioles 1. So Hayes, Frazier, and Mateo to face Strider here in the second. Strider gave up the leadoff homer to Hicks and then ended up striking out 2. Hayes, 5 for 16, 2 doubles, a homer, and 5 RBI. Strider deals. Struck him out. That's 3 straight for Spencer. A 1-2 fastball inside on the black. 1 out for Adam Frazier. He hit a home run in Game 4. One of his 2 hits on the series. He's 2 for 15. Speaking of Mike from the truck, how are you? Ground ball to third. Riley across the way to Olsen. And there's 2 out. So here's Jorge Mateo. He's had 1 hit in the series, 1 for 16. But he is their best shortstop, and defense is important. Pitch to Mateo. Popped up. Left side, Riley. And Arcia converge, but it's Riley, and that will retire the side. O's go in order. No runs, no hits, no errors. We go to the third in Game 5, 1-1. Didn't know you were... Yep. I figured that. Well, we just had a home run, and you were giving out copies of your game, Family Football, to unsuspecting Oriole fans in the bleachers in right center. Bredish opening 9, 36 pitches, 2 innings, 4 hits, and the home run to Albies. Acuna is 0 for 1. Struck him out. First strikeout for Kylo. 1-2 fastball swung on and missed. So 1 out for Murph. Sean singled his first time up. One of the 4 hits the Braves have on the ballgame. There's a ground ball to Mateo, almost on the grass. Hard throw to Mountcastle, and Murphy's safe on an error. He will not go to second. It was just over Mountcastle's head. Glanced off the top of the glove, but did not go on the dugout. In fact, the fact it hit Mountcastle's glove saved a base. So E6. And here's Olson. Matt 0 for 1. Struck him out. Got him on an 0-2 changeup, a late called strike 3. And there's 2 out. Speaking of Mike in the truck, I will be doing after dinner, I won't do it live, my review of Baseball Max. I saw that you were asking for one. I got invited to the beta yesterday, where all my troubles seem so far away. And so I'm going to play a little bit more and then give my thoughts. Ozuna. Nice. Family football. Oh, he's looking about making a baseball game next. We'll finish all of the 2000s today, so 50 to 22 is about to be made available. And I know you know how to do a Wix website, because that's where all your mods are for the football game. Yeah. Anyway, here's Ozuna. Marcel is 0 for 1. Murph on first, 2 out after the air. Ozuna in the left center field. Back goes Hayes. That's a line drive. But Hayes makes a leaping catch against the wall to rob of the Braves of a run. No runs, no hits, and no in the air, which does not hurt. We go to the bottom of the third here in Game 5. It's the Braves 1, the Orioles 1. And so it'll be Hicks, Urias, and Henderson to face Strider here in the third. Spencer, 43 for his opening 9. 2 innings, 2 hits, the home run from Hicks, a walk, and 3 strikeouts. To third, Riley has to hurry because Hicks can run, and Aaron is out on a bang-banger, and who's hurt? It's Strider. He winced as he threw that pitch. And they got to yank him. You don't ever want to lose a player to injury. Not available during the game. Ah. So that's not what you want. And now the Braves are stuck with Kyle Wright in his 6.97 ERA. He can go 75 pitches. He can throw long relief. 27 years old. Fastball at 92 and a ground ball pitcher. He went 1-3 for the Braves in real life with an earned run average of 697. So 31 innings, 40 hits, 5 home runs. He walked 17 and struck out 34. For Spencer, he would be able to go in Game 7. But the Braves were wanting to get this done right now. And Baltimore just got a huge advantage. Urias modeled away with 1 out here in the third. Singled his first time up. Wright starts his World Series. A ground ball to Arcia. Over to Olson for the out. So the Braves are going to kind of depend right now on our offense can beat our own pitching. Here's Gunnar Henderson. He's 0 for 1. Right deals. And there's a base hit into right field. Acuna Jr. picks it up. And Henderson holds with the 2-out single. Kyle, by the way, is a 6 on the mound with an .875 fielding percentage. Santander walked his first time up. So the wheels are turning here in Baltimore here in Game 5 in a 1-1 tie. Santander, a ground ball to Arcia. He bobbles it. And everybody's safe. And so that's not what Wright needed. The normally sure-handed Arcia couldn't grab a hold of it. And with Royschman at the plate, who struck out his first time up, it's first and second and 2 out. With a pitcher who's coming in cold in Game 5 of a World Series. No pressure, Kyle, none at all. Royschman, high ground ball to Olsen. Matt picks it up, takes it to the bag, and it's all for naught. So the Orioles strand 2. No runs, a hit, and an error. The error does not hurt, but no Spencer Strider the rest of the afternoon. It's Atlanta 1, Baltimore 1. So Bradish about halfway done as we start the 4th. Austin Riley, Ozzie Albies, who homered in the 2nd, and Arcia at the plate. Austin 1 for 1, a single. Ground ball to third. Henderson is there. Over to Mountcastle. 1 out. No, it's an error. He throws it away, and Riley's on second. And somehow, some way, Keith Olbermann's mom got nailed with that. Goodness gracious, Buffy St. Marie. Henderson just let that wing, and this time Mountcastle couldn't even get a glove on it. So the second error for the Orioles. Riley on second for Albies, who homered in the 2nd, his last time up. Pitch to Ozzie. There's a liner in the center that's going to drop in front of Hicks. Riley, will he round third? He will. Hicks does not even throw home, and the Braves go up 2-1. So here's Arcia. He singled his first time up. And for the Orioles, you got on the mound the guy you want. Base hit left field. Hayes will pick it up. Albies will hold it second. First and second, nobody out. Old man cough here. And that'll bring up Rosario, who's 0 for 1. So Bradish burning through some pitches. Still nobody out here in the top of the 4th. The Braves are now up 2-1. Kyle needs a ground ball right now. Gets away from Royschman, and everybody moves up 90. On the wild pitch, on an 0-2 count. And kind of like prom night, it's starting to become all undone for Baltimore. Pitch to Rosario. Struck him out. He got him to chase a 1-2 fastball. Says he got him looking, but he chased. Trust me. So 1 out for Harris, who's 0 for 1. Second and third, 1 out. Atlanta 2, Baltimore 1. Bradish deals. Base hit right center. That's extras. Both runs are going to score. Harris might even get 3 here. Hicks picks it up. Harris holds up at second, and it's 4-1 Atlanta. So we start the 3rd time through. Acuna Jr. is 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Kyle, 66 pitches, 3 1/3, 7 hits, the home run to Albies. No walks and 3 strikeouts. And the leash is starting to get short. And Acuna Jr. walks, and I think that'll do it for Kyle. So who we got? Who we got? Ugh. Ugh. So they can chance it with Flaherty, who pitched in that long game 1. They have no starter that can really go. Everyone else has been used to some degree, although they probably could go with Kyle Gibson, but he would be their scheduled starter for Game 6. Brady says, leave me in. And that's what they'll do. What out for Murph? Sean 1 for 2 with a single. Harris the second on second. Acuna on first. 1 out. 4-1 Braves here in the top of the fourth. They lead the series 3-1. Murph pops it up left side. Mateo on the grass makes the catch. 2 out for Matt Olson. Olson is 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Bradish gets out of this. You might squeeze another inning out of him. And knowing that Atlanta is a bullpen game the rest of the way, poke and chip at it. 3 runs is not the end of the world. Pitch to, well, Reuschman and Bradish will have a word. And Kyle delivers. Struck him out. So a good comeback after the rough inning. 3 runs, 3 hits in the air. We go to the bottom of the fourth here in Game 5. Atlanta 4, Baltimore 1. And so here's how we got here. That Game 1, like the real World Series, an absolute classic. 6-5 and 16 down in hot Atlanta in the rain. Game 2, 5-3 Atlanta. Austin Riley with 3 hits. Game 3 here in Baltimore. Rosario 3 hits. Atlanta 9-6. And Game 4, which I believe we played Friday, Baltimore beat Atlanta 6-3. So Mountcastle, Hayes, and Frazier here in the fourth to face Kyle Wright. Advantage Orioles, but they need 3 runs. They got plenty of time to get it. But 4, I think, is the max they can figure to get right now or allow. Mountcastle struck out his first time up. Base hit left field. Ozuna picks it up. And Mountcastle is on with a single. Here's Hayes. Austin 0 for 1. He struck out. Mountcastle not a threat to steal. 4th hit for the Orioles on the afternoon. And he walked him. So the Orioles, before they can get it out here in the 4th, have Adam Frazier at the plate, and he is the tying run. He's also a good bunter. And there's nobody out. He's 0 for 1. He'll square. Bunt is down. Murph goes to third, and they get Mountcastle. So that goes to pot. Keith Law, sitting in his office laughing. Doesn't quite know why he's laughing at this point, but he is. 1 out for Mateo, who's 0 for 1. It is still first and second. Mateo the tying run, 1 out. Walked him. So the bases are loaded. 1 out for Aaron Hicks, who homered to start the ballgame. So Wright, it hasn't pitched great, but the scoreboard says 4-1 Atlanta. Mateo on first. Frazier on second. Hayes on third. 1 out. Or Mountcastle is on third. No, it's Hayes. Fouled off the mask of Murph. They ask Sean where he is, and he says, I'm watching a Redskins game, and they say close enough. The 0-1 to Aaron. Struck him out. Oh, that is huge. Oh, that is huge. An 0-2 fastball swung on and missed. So 2 out for Urias, who is 1 for 2. He's got himself a single. He is the go-ahead run at the plate. Baltimore with a golden opportunity to chop this lead down. And he walks home a run. So Hayes will score. Urias on first. 3rd walk from Kyle, right? And here's Gunnar Henderson. Gunnar 1 for 2. So Urias, the go-ahead run on first. Mateo, the tying run on second. Frazier on third. And here's Henderson, who's driven in 3 on the series. Murph and Wright have a few words. Sean trying to settle down his pitcher. Pitch to Henderson, ground ball, left side, base hit. Frazier's going to score. Mateo is going to tie the ball game unless Ozuna has a fantastic throw. It goes into third, and just like that, it's 4-4. I don't know if the Orioles can pull out this series or not. Chances are no, just because of the situation. But it must be said they are a very plucky team. Here's Santander. He is 0 for 1 with a walk. So Urias on second, Henderson on first. 2 out and a 4-4 tie. Santander gets hit. That nailed him in the shoulder on an 0-2, and Anthony just smiles all the way down to first. And so the champagne that was brought into the Braves clubhouse is slowly being wheeled back into the hall. Here's Royschman. He's 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Wright trying to find his way. Fly ball to Wright. Acuna will make the catch, and that's it. However, a big inning for the Orioles. 3 runs, 2 hits, no errors. They leave them loaded. After 4, it's Atlanta 4, Baltimore 4. And so Bradish, who fought to stay in the ball game in the 4th, will get to start the 5th. He's almost done. But right now, he's not on the hook for the loss. Ozuna is 0 for 2. We start the 5th. Struck him out. That's 5 for Kyle. A 1-2 curve right down Broadway. 1 away. For Riley, 1 for 2. Austin's got himself a single and a run scored. Base hit left field. Hayes will pick it up. So Riley on first. Albies at the plate. They're watching Bradish like a hawk now. Throw to first. Riley back. 1 away. 4-4. Top the 5th. Albies has singled and homered in this game and driven in 2. That will be a little looper in for a base hit. Hicks will pick it up. Riley will hold at second. Here's Arcia. Bradish says, I want one more. Arcia has singled twice and scored. In the deep left field, back goes Hayes. Austin will make the catch right up on the wall. A good throw to third, and Riley doesn't go anywhere. So here's Rosario, and Bradish says, I want him. Eddie is 0 for 2 with a strikeout. 4-4, 2 out, bottom of the 5th. Top of the 5th. Line drive to center. Hicks makes. Does he? Dives and can't get it. Riley will round third. Here's the play at the plate. It is not close. Riley scores. The Braves go up 5-4. The throw gets away from Royschman. Rosario goes to second, but the runner holds at third. Lefty. D.L. Hall will come in. We got a pitching change. Rigged. This game coming to you from Camden Yards in Baltimore, Maryland. It's not where I want my straw to go. DL pitched in game 1. 2 innings, 31 pitches, 2 hits, and 2 strikeouts. He's 24, fastball at 95, and a ground ball pitcher. So 2 out for Harris, who has doubled and driven in 2. Hall's pitch struck him out. So Michael Tonkin will come in to pitch for the Braves. It's a cold day in Burlington. but it is Thanksgiving week. 35 in town, Atlanta 5, Baltimore 4. Well, if you joined us late, here's how he got here. Aaron Hicks, a solo homer in the first, gave Baltimore a 1-0 lead. That lead lasted all of an out. Ozzie Albies, a solo homer, tied the ball game at 1 in the second. Atlanta lost Spencer Strider in the third, and it cost him in the fourth. First of all, they took a 4-1 lead in the fourth. Ozzie Albies singled home Austin Riley to make it 2-1. Then Michael Harris, a 2-run double to make it 4-1. Then the Orioles chipped away at the Braves bullpen. Ramon Urias walked with the bases loaded to make it 4-2. Then Gunnar Henderson tied the ball game on a single to make it 4-4. But just a moment ago, Eddie Rosario with a single to make it 5-4 Atlanta. And as Michael Tonkin warms up, boy, the Braves really wanted Spencer Strider to go more than 5 outs. Bradish couldn't go more than 4 2/3. Strider 2 1/3. He settled in there and struck out 3. Kyle Wright gave up 3 runs, an inning and 2/3 and 3 hits. And DJ Hall was just faced one batter right now and got the out. Michael Tonkin has pitched twice in this series. He pitched game 1, went 2 innings, and pitched game 3 and got the win in 2 2/3. 33 pitches, a hit, and a strikeout, and he can go 35. So 4 2/3 for Michael. 3 hits, the home run, a run allowed. He walked 1 and struck out 2. Fastball pitcher at 90. Standard pitcher, 33 years old. Mountcastle 1 for 2 here in game 5 with a single and a strikeout. And he strikes out 1 away. A 2-2 fastball got him swinging. Here's Hayes. Austin 0 for 1. He has walked, scored, and struck out. Struck him out. Good morning and good afternoon from Tonkin. A 1-2 fastball got him looking. Chance of rigged rain down from the stands. Here's Frazier. Adam 0 for 2 with a run scored. Ground ball to Tonkin, first base side, over to Olsen, and that will retire the side. No runs, no hits, no errors. After 5 in game 5, it's Atlanta 5. Baltimore has 5 hits, but only 4 runs. So top of the lineup for the Braves, Acuna 0 for 2 with a walk. Hall, let's see what happens here. Pitch to Acuna. Struck him out. Oh, 1-2 curve inside on the corner, 1 away. So here's Murph. Sean 1 for 3 with a single. So whatever Baltimore gets now out of Hall is gravy. Pitch to Murph. Got him! An 0-2 fastball swung on and missed. So we got a good morning and a good afternoon here. Here is Matt Olson. Lefty versus lefty. Olson has struck out twice today. He's 0 for 3. Hall winds and fires. Fly ball to right. Santander will make the catch. Indeed, it's an absolute web jam. How about that? Ripped his uniform, pants, and everything. But he made the catch. No runs, no hits, no errors. After 5.5, it's Atlanta 5, Baltimore 4. So Mateo, Hicks, and Urias here to face Tonkin in the 6th. Jorge has walked and scored. He's 0 for 1. Base hit, left center field, all the way to the wall. Ozuna has it. He throws it into third, and Mateo is in the second standing. So a stand-up double. The tying run for Aaron Hicks, who homered in the first. The chance of rigged have stopped here in Baltimore. Tonkin deals. Ball 4. So first and second, nobody out. Mateo the tying run. Hicks the go-ahead run. For Urias, who was 1 for 2. He has singled, driven in a run, and walked. Murphy and Tonkin go through everything. Michael says, I got it. Struck him out. And 0-2 fastball got him looking. 1 out. For Gunnar Henderson, who was 2 for 3 today, he is now driven in 5 on the series. He got that 2-run single in the 4th when Baltimore tied this game at 4. Tonkin's pitch. A slow sinker into center, and Harris won't get it. Mateo will hold at third, I think. Harris has a good arm. And so the bases are loaded. Tonkin's day is done. Here comes Piers Johnson. Johnson over from Colorado. Pitched in game 1. He went 1 inning, 19 pitches, a hit, and 2 strikeouts. He's 31. Fastball at 93. Standard pitcher. For the Braves in real life, 1-1 with an earned run average of .76. He's only responsible for Santander. Hicks is the go-ahead. The tying run is on third, and Hicks is the go-ahead run on second. Anthony has walked. He's 0 for 1. Was also hit by a pitch. Johnson deals into right. This should tie it. Acuna makes the catch. Mateo with great speed on third. Scores without a throw. And with 2 out here in the 6th, it's a 5-5 ball game. So Baltimore has given this everything they've had. Here's Reuschman. He's 0 for 3 with a strikeout. So Hicks again, the go-ahead run on second. Henderson with good speed on first. Reuschman's 0 for 3. Ground ball, base hit. Harris will grab it. Hicks, with the afterburners turned on, is being waved around. Here's the throw. Hicks is in there. And the Orioles lead it 6-5. Go ahead, John. Tell me it's rigged. So Reuschman with a clutch single here in the 6th. Brings up Mountcastle. He has singled and struck out twice. Henderson on third. Reuschman on first. 2 out. And the Orioles have touched the Braves' pen here for 2 in the 6th. And boy, oh boy, does Atlanta miss Spencer Strider. Pitch to Mountcastle. Ball 4. And they're now loaded for Austin Hayes, who would love a base hit to get in Henderson at least. Hayes is 0 for 2. He has walked, scored, and struck out twice. Reuschman would be a huge insurance run. So would Henderson, to be honest. It would give him a 2-run lead. Ground ball to first. Olsen, the sure-handed first baseman, steps on the bag, and that'll do it. However, the Orioles get 2 on 3 hits and no errors. We head to the 7th in Game 5. It's the Orioles 6, the Braves 5. And so Hall's day is done. Mike Baumann will come in. Baumann, 27, fastball at 89, standard pitcher, making his 3rd appearance of the series. He went in Game 1 and he went in Game 3, and he did an inning and a third in each. 24 pitches in Game 3, 2 nights ago. 2 hits, a solo homer. Overall for Mike, 2 2/3, 2 hits, a run it was earned, 3 walks, a strikeout, and a home run. I tell you he was 27 and throws the fastball at 89? If not, I just did. I don't remember much. It'll be Ozuna, Riley, and Albies here in the 7th. Cano will be their closer. The question is, can they give him the lead in just 3 outs to go? Ozuna is 0 for 3 with a strikeout. Bauman starts his effort with a line drive to Henderson, 1 away. Here's Austin Riley, 2 for 3. Has singled and scored twice. Struck him out. Bauman got him on a 1-2 curveball. Got him to chase. So 2 out for Albies, who's been Atlanta's hero today. He is 3 for 3. He has homered, singled twice, driven into, and scored twice. 5 runs, 10 hits, an error for the Braves, and they have left on 7. The Orioles, 6 runs, 8 hits, 2 errors, and they have left on 10. In the right, Santander. Stretch time, 6-5. Adam Frazier is 0 for 3. He has scored a run. He reached on a bunt. So a sack in the fielder's choice. If you're wondering where the pesky pole is, apparently, imagine this. A school district banned Twitch during the day. Gosh, I wonder why. So Frazier's 0 for 3. Pierce Johnson right at it. He'll get a batter or 2. Frazier strikes out. A 1-2 curve. Got him looking for Jorge Mateo, who has had a big day when Baltimore has needed it most. He has a double. He's 1 for 2. He's also walked. But the big news is from the number 9 hitter is that he scored twice. So 1 out, 6-5 Baltimore here. Bottom of the 7th. And he draws another walk. Excuse me. So here's Aaron Hicks. Aaron 1 for 3. A solo homer in the first. A walk. He scored twice. And struck out. Throws over to first. Mateo is back. And you bet he's going. Murphy's throw down to Arcia. And Mateo has a stolen base. So the Orioles have that insurance run on second, 1 out. But Hicks strikes out. A 1-2 fastball. Got him. So 2 out for Urias, who's 1 for 3. He has singled, driven in a run, a walk, and a strikeout. Bernie's not with us today, I don't think. The Formula One tour was in Vegas over the weekend. Max Verstappen has won 18 races this year. Talk about rigged. Pitt, Murphy, and Johnson have another word. Pierce winds and fires. Struck him out. The Orioles cannot score. No runs, no hits, no errors. They have left on 11. We go to the 8th. 6-5 Baltimore. So Arcia, Rosario, and Harris the second to face Bauman. Orlando was 2 for 3. He has singled twice and scored once. Bauman starts the 8th. Fly ball left field. That's in the corners. Hayes, 1 out. Cano is stirring down in the Baltimore pen. And if the series goes back to Atlanta, Game 6 tomorrow at noon. Rosario is 1 for 3. Eddie has a single and RBI. You two, John, will be with you tomorrow for something. But thanks for watching. Hope be safe on the roads if you're driving. Eddie has struck out once. Bauman deals. There's a base hit into right center field. Hicks will cut it off. And they won't mess around with Bauman anymore. He is a lefty, and they'll go with Cionel Perez. Perez is 26. He throws the fastball at 91 and is an extreme ground ball pitcher. His third appearance of the World Series, he pitched twice in Atlanta. In game 2, an inning, a run, a hit, 19 pitches, and a walk. Overall, an inning and a third, 4 hits, 2 runs, both earned, and 2 walks. So Rosario on first, 1 out, trying to hold this together for Cano in the 9th. Harris is 1 for 3, a double, 2 RBI. No, they're going to pinch hit. So Kevin Pillar has to hit here. 1 for 6, but that one hit was a solo homer. Rosario on first. 6-5 Orioles here. Top of the 8th inning. Perez deals. Pillar hits a ground ball right side for a base hit. So Santander throws it back in. Acuna is 0 for 3. Perez has to face 3 batters. So it's chew your nail time here in Baltimore if you're an Orioles fan. Acuna is 0 for 3. He has walked and struck out twice. Perez would love a ground ball here. He deals. He got it, but it's going to be a base hit through the hole and left. Rosario will round in third and hold. So he has to face one more batter. If he can retire Murphy, then you probably bring in Cano. Although the lefty Olson's on deck. So Perez kind of heavy heaving on the mound. 54 degrees, but he's sweating bullets. 1 for 4 is Murph with a single. Base hit left center field. Rosario scores. Pillar scores. Murphy is in the second. It is 7-6 Atlanta. They'll walk Olson with 2 out. And Jacob Webb will come in for Baltimore. Webb over from from Atlanta. He's going to get a ring out of the way, isn't he? 30 years old, fastball at 89, standard pitcher, pitched in game 1. Went 28 hard pitches in game 1. 2 walks and a strikeout. Ozuna is 0 for 4 with a strikeout. The Braves have pulled ahead 7-6, and they have the bases loaded and 1 out. Struck him out. He got him on an 0-2 fastball out of the zone swinging. 2 out for Austin Riley, who was 2 for 4. Austin has singled twice, scored twice, and struck out. Henderson, Santander, and Royschman for Baltimore in the 8th. This certainly is not over. It's only a 1-run game. But the Orioles are going to rue the fact they've left on 11. The Braves have left on 7. Webb deals. Ground ball to Henderson. Gunner to second. And the Braves only get that run, or the 2 runs. So they get 2 on 4 hits. They pull ahead. After 7.5, it's the Braves 7, the Orioles 6. So A.J. Minter. You're not pinch hitting for Henderson. Minter has gone 2 games in this series. He went an inning in game 3, 20 pitches, 2 hits, and 2 strikeouts. So A.J. 29, fastball at 92, standard pitcher. 2 innings, 3 hits, and 3 strikeouts. Henderson is 3 for 4. He has singled 3 times today. Has 10 hits in the series. Bobby Richardson has, I think 13 is the record in a 7-game series. Jamie says you got to figure left on base in the modern game is higher with all the Ks. You know what? There hasn't been that many strikeouts. Spencer Strider got hurt. As I say that, we've had 20 strikeouts in the game. That's a lot. So we start the bottom of the 8th. Minter to Henderson. Gunner swings. High fly ball to right. Back goes Acuna in the corner. 1 out for Santander. Anthony has walked, been hit by a pitch, and driven in a run. Liner to right. Acuna slides, makes the catch, 2 out. So here's Roy Schmidt-Adley, 1 for 4. He's got himself a single, an RBI, and a strikeout. 7 runs, 14 hits for Atlanta, and an error, and they've left on 10. Baltimore, 6 runs, 8 hits, 2 errors, and they've left on 11. I still think the mid-'80s Red Sox were the all-time champions in runners left on base. Just saying. Pitch to Reuschmann. Here's a ground ball, base hit up the middle, and so he is the tying run. It doesn't feel like it. That's the weird thing. Jamie says just shy of half the outs on strikeouts. It doesn't feel like it. I know it's weird. Mountcastle, by the way, is singled and struck out twice. He's 1 for 3. He's also drawn a walk. He has 18 homers on the real year, and a home run right here would give the Orioles an 8-7 lead. He is the go-ahead run at the plate. 2 out here in the 8th. Minter deals. Struck him out. So no runs, a hit, no errors. We go to the 9th in Game 5. The Braves need 3 outs. They're ahead 7-6. So Webb says, let me pitch. It'll be Albies, who's had a great day. 3 for 4, 2 singles, a homer, and 2 RBI. Ground ball to Frazier. Hard ground ball. Over to Mountcastle, 1 out. For Arcia, who is 2 for 4. He has singled twice and scored once. Base hit, right center field. Santander and Hicks can't get there. All the way to the wall. Hicks will finally grab it. Arcia's in the second on a good throw. And here is Cano. Yenier is 28. He is a fastball pitcher at 95. This is his 3rd appearance. He went an inning and 2/3 in the Game 1 loss, and then went an inning in Game 3. Did not pitch in yesterday's game. 12 pitches, a strikeout, 2 2/3, 3 hits, 2 runs, both earned. Those came in the Game 1 loss in 16 innings on a home run. I know the graphics are improved, so if you bought, Jamie asks if I know what might be in the new baseball game. If you bought any of the other games, I'm sure the player cards will be there. By the way, I got the hockey game over the weekend and love it. And I'll be doing a video tonight. How you doing, Andrew? My initial thoughts on Baseball Max. I'm not going to go through it here. So, Cano trying to keep this a 1-run ball game. It'll be Hayes, Frazier, and Mateo for Baltimore in the 9th. Rosario is 2 for 4 with an RBI, a run scored, and a strikeout. A birdie, by the way, Jamie messaged me on Facebook to say I'd like the new graphics changes. Don't know what that means, but we will see. Rosario into right. Santander will make the grab, and Arcia goes back. He'll hold at second, 2 out for Harris, or for Pilar, who's in center. Kevin pinch hit, single and scored in the 8th. Cano, deep breath, 52 degrees, wins at 5 left to right. Arcia on second, ground ball to Mateo, throws on the run to Mountcastle, and Pilar is retired. So, Raziel Iglesias on the mound to seal a championship for the Atlanta Braves. Iglesias pitching for the 4th time. He's got 2 saves. He pitched in their last win in Game 3. Went 1 inning, 25 pitches, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts. Won't be live. It'll be taped, but yeah, I'll post my thoughts. They're mostly good. 3 innings for Iglesias, a hit, 3 walks, and 4 strikeouts. What else are we changing? Forrest Wall, by the way, will come into play left field, and that's the right move. Iglesias, a 5 in the 1,000 fielding percentage. Wall, who I believe would bat 4th if this game goes extra, a 6 and a 4 and left. Austin Hayes, 0 for 3. A walk, a run scored, and 2 strikeouts. 7-6 Atlanta. The Orioles need 1 to tie and 2 to win. Iglesias deals. Ground ball left side, and the tying run is on. He's going for 2. They got Hayes in a rundown, and he is out. He's out. Oh, what a mistake. Austin Hayes thought he was going to get 2. Wall made a good throw in, and Hayes overran the bag and is tagged out by Ozzie Albies, who raises his arms skywards after. And so instead of having the tying run on and nobody out, the Braves are 2 outs away, and here's Adam Frazier, who's 0 for 4 with a strikeout. I'm just seeing now, what a blunder indeed. Andrew goes, take out Bugner, bring in Stapleton. Wait, flashback. Yep, not that one. Matt Olson's pretty solid. So I'll blame the chat for that. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, indeed. So the Orioles blow the tying run and instead have an out with one of the best in the business on the mound. He had 33 saves and 55 2/3 in real life. Frazier is 0 for 4. He has scored and struck out. Iglesias deals. Ground ball to Arcia, and the Braves are 1 out away. It will not be Jorge Mateo. Who can hit a righty, you ask? Well, it's going to be Ryan O'Hearn, who was 1 for 4 in this World Series with 2 strikeouts. But he is the last chance saloon for Baltimore. So everybody's up on the top step. Iglesias wants a strike 3. Oh my goodness, what a huge mistake from Baltimore. And I didn't have anything to do with it. There was no send him to second on my part. Pitch to O'Hearn, base hit left field. Pilar will pick it up, and O'Hearn with 2 out is the tying run again for Aaron Hicks, who was 1 for 4. He's got a home run. That came in the bottom of the 1st. He has scored twice. He's walked and struck out twice. So everybody standing here in Baltimore. Tying run is on first. The winning run is at the plate. And the computer tells me we have a 3.7% chance for a walk-off. Iglesias, send O'Hearn with 2 out. No. Let's see if he throws over. Goes to the plate. Lines it into right field, and Acuna will get it. Not before O'Hearn will hold at second. Matt Olson couldn't get there. And now You have Cedric Mullins II. Who will pinch run. Yep, this game should be tied. If it ends 7-6, they will talk about Hayes getting picked off trying to go to second forever. However, Iglesias has not looked sharp. He's given up 3 hits in 2/3 of an inning. Urias is 1 for 4. He has a single, an RBI, a walk, and 2 strikeouts. They are still 1 out away. However, Aaron Hicks is the winning run, and he's on base. So everybody's still up. 2 on, 2 out. 7-6 Atlanta in the bottom of the 9th. Iglesias deals. Struck him out. The World Series belongs to Atlanta. In 2023, pull out your Tang, pull out your Postum. Braves win. Braves win. 7-6 the final. There's some good games in this series. 4 hours and 7 minutes of fake baseball. 7 runs, 15 hits, and an error. And the Braves left on 11. 6 runs, 12 hits, and 2 errors for Baltimore, and they left on 14. And some very good games in this series. This was really fun to do. Pierce Johnson is your winning pitcher. An inning in 2/3, 2 walks, and 3 strikeouts. Strider getting hurt, I thought would be the end for Atlanta in this one. But Baltimore just didn't have an ace. Bradish, 10 hits through 4 and 2/3. The bullpen just, over the series, Baltimore's ERA was 4.97. Atlanta's was 4.24. As a team, the Braves hit 301. The Orioles hit 270. And Gunnar Henderson, my goodness, what a future he's going to have, right? Yep, that losing their closer cost them the win in game 1. I'm sure of it. Yeah, and they're only, 3 games apart in real life? The Braves won 104 and the Orioles 101. I need to come up with, and of course, remember Acuna Jr. getting thrown out at home trying to steal. Albies is your digitalized player of the game. I'm going to give Harris the series MVP. He hit 381. Drove in 2 today. Again, just a really, really good team effort. So that's it. Yeah, and Hayes, the Moxie player of the series. Oh, yeah, they would have tied it. So 2 of those games, this could easily be 3-2 headed back to Baltimore, or headed back to Atlanta. Fun team. Both of these teams are quite fun. My mom asked for, and because my birthday is actually Sunday, for me to do the 71 series because she was 18,000 months pregnant for me, and she watched the whole thing. So game 1 of that from Baltimore is tomorrow at noon Eastern time. Until then, I'm Ron Chuckett. Thank you so much for watching. Hope that you enjoyed the 23 Traditional World Series. We'll do this again. This was really fun. For now, I'm Ron Chuckett. We'll talk to you tomorrow live to go back to 1971. Have a good day, everybody.